Lawyers for Multimedia Group Limited, the parent company of Multi-TV, are considering legal action over the harassment and detention of some members of a JoyNews crew who went to cover a story on the flight of residents of Mensa, Guinea, whose homes were demolished by the Accra Metropolitan Assembly last week. The Accra Mayor, Alfred Van der Poel, is said to have ordered the arrest of the crew because he believed they had gone to the area to fabricate a story to make the government look bad. Here's the mayor justifying his action on Joy FM.
I received a call, from the neighborhood, from Mensa Guinea, that they had come, the reporters from Adom TV had come over here and had told the people that they are here to help them, to make a case that they have been made homeless by government,
Yeah.
And so they should lie down on the ground and so that they can film them. So they got them to lie down on the ground in batches, and they were filming them to make a case against government, that government has made them homeless.
I see.
You understand?
This according to the residents there?
Yes, I received a call from the residents who were part of what they were doing to them, asking them to lie down on the ground, and they were filming them. That's the information that I received. When I came here, yes, they were here. And when they saw me, they took to their heels.
What time was this?
Around, I got the message at 9:17, 9:20. And I got here around almost 5 minutes later to come to find them. And when they saw me, two of them, a reporter and a cameraman, took to their heels. And we arrested the driver. You know, if they want to get actual story, I thought journalists were supposed to report on the story, but not to make the story as they wanted.
Well, management is taking this particular incident very seriously and seeking to take some legal action. Emma Morrison is managing news editor for the Joy News channel, and she joins me in the studio with the latest on this incident. First of all, Emma, I'm told that you accompanied the crew to the police station today. What transpired?
Well, after what happened on Saturday night, we were asked to bring the driver over, and they wanted us to meet with the AMA chief executive to talk about the issue and to lay the issue to bear. So we went there with, of course, the driver and, of course, the reporter and the cameraman, Jojo and Festus. So initially, the police said, okay, we should all sit down and have a conversation and we can talk about the issue. And then later they decided that they were not going to let us talk about the issue together, but the AMA chief executive should talk about his first, and then we'll come in later and talk about ours. So after Mr. Van der Poel had spoken to the police, he left. The police called us in. They asked the driver what had happened. They asked the reporter and then the cameraman. Then they said, well, the allegation had been made against them. They had also to write their statements because Mr. Van der Poel had written his. The driver had written his earlier. And since Jojo as the reporter and Festus as the cameraman had been there as first-hand witnesses, you know, they had to also write their statement. So then and there, they said they were arresting them. They should write their statements, and I had to bail them.
Okay. Now, there have been some concerns since this incident about the safety and the state of mind of the crew involved. How are they? How can you, what can you say about the state of mind, Jojo and the cameraman?
Well, you know, first of all, the driver was sitting in his car on Saturday night, waiting for Jojo and the cameraman to finish the work they were doing. Before he realized, the police had come in with Mr. Van der Poel with guns and said, hands up, you're under arrest. So he was confused. What's going on? What had he done? They apparently put him in Mr. Van der Poel's car, drove him around the area looking for Jojo and Festus as a cameraman. They didn't see them. They brought him back to his car and asked him to drive to the police station. Meanwhile, Mr. Van der Poel took his phone from him. So, of course, the driver was traumatized. He didn't know what was going on. What had he done? So when we followed up, we asked, what had he done? They said, well, the mayor had said we were fabricating stories. About what? So today, they charged them on grounds of what they called was offensive conduct. What does offensive conduct mean? If you provoke somebody, who did they provoke? So then I was asking the police, for instance, okay, so can I go to them and say, Mr. Van der Poel has alleged something against me, so you can arrest him and you know, ask him to write his statement and somebody to bail him? Because I needed to understand the process and procedures. Because can somebody just come to you and say, okay, this person has alleged something against me, so I arrest him? And obviously the police say that, well, everybody has a right to lay an allegation and they have a right to investigate. Fair enough. So they're investigating the matter.
Are you aware what legal action the company's lawyers are contemplating, you know, and how soon we should expect some movement on this?
Well, we have informed our lawyers because, Israel, honestly, we do not understand the whole issue. We don't understand what has happened. We don't understand why a crew doing their work legally had to be arrested. We need our lawyers to come into this matter, and I do understand they'll be working on it. I cannot say for now what exactly they'll come up with, but definitely they're working on something. And let me make something very clear to you. Mr. Vanderpoel claims that when they saw him in the area, they ran away. But they actually did not even see him there, according to the reporter and the cameraman. They didn't even know what was going on. The people in the area told them that the police had come there to arrest them. So initially, Jojo was like, oh, why? They're working. They don't even know why the police should arrest them. And he didn't even believe it. So eventually, when they managed to get out of the area, they went to look for the driver. And then the people in the community around them told them the driver had been taken to the police station. So that is what happened.
Right, thank you very much,
Okay.
Emma Morrising. Emma Morrising is managing news editor for the JoyNews channel here on Multi TV.